Hi friends, welcome back to the Saffron Box. I'm Yamini Sharma, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the retrogression of Jupiter which is happening this year. And I'll go over a few facts of the retrograde Jupiter, for how many days, the dates, the nakshatras it's going to touch, and thereafter I'm also going to be talking about the effect of this retrograde Jupiter on all the 12 ascendants, the 12 signs. So stay tuned. You can also check out the timestamps which I always keep in the video. You can jump to the sign which you want to check out, and do leave a comment, do leave your experiences in the comment section. Let me know, give me your feedback as to what your experience has been with the retrograde Jupiter as we go along. Right, so we all know that Jupiter remains in retrogression for about 4 months in a year, so roughly about 120 days. In a year, Jupiter remains in retrogression. And what is retrogression per se? Retrogression does not mean literally going back for Jupiter. Planets never go back, they are also following their own orbit. But from the way we see it, it seems that Jupiter is under retrogression, is going back. So without going into too much of astronomical details, retrograde planets come very close to the Earth and they seem to be going back. And that is the effect also which they have on us, because once a particular planet is close to the Earth, the effect of that planet is more strong. And that is the effect of retrograde planets also. They become stronger, they become more powerful. That is what people have to say. That is what the majority of the astrological texts also talk about. So retrograde Jupiter also becomes powerful. And Jupiter right now is in the sign of Aquarius. So its original transit is in the sign of Capricorn, but as I've mentioned previous in my videos, Jupiter has moved into Aquarius. It picked up speed, jumped into Aquarius in April, and now it is going to begin its retrograde journey, backward journey, into the sign of Capricorn on the 20th of June. So on the 20th of June, while it will be in the Shatbisha nakshatra, which is a Rahu owned nakshatra, Jupiter will begin its backward journey within the sign of Aquarius. And on the 20th of July, 1 month after it begins the journey, it comes back to Dhanishta nakshatra within the sign of Aquarius, and then thereafter it moves back, and by the month of September, it hits back the sign of Capricorn, and then thereafter in the month of November it moves to Aquarius, as its yearly schedule is, as the movement of Jupiter is. Once a year it changes a sign between 12 to 13 months, and that's what's going to happen in the month of November. But this retrogression of Jupiter, especially in the airy sign of Aquarius, in the nakshatra of Shatbishak, and then thereafter in the nakshatra of Dhanishta, how does it work out? What does it do to all of us is what I'm going to be talking about. Now for this, one needs to understand that first of all, if you look at the Shatbisha nakshatra, as I mentioned, it is a Rahu owned nakshatra. The symbol of the nakshatra is a circle, okay, and it is said that Shatbishak means 100 physicians. So this is the higher energy of Rahu, where it is looking at healing, where it is looking at going back and patching up whatever was not working. And it is a nakshatra of healing, of health, of repair, I would say. So it's like something broke down in your house and you were not able to do so, and now you realize that yes, something had broken down, let me just go back and put it in good working condition, or maybe call some help and get it in working condition. So it's like that. It's about healing, or maybe something within you, you wanted to work on, and now you get the time to work on it yourself. Okay, so a retrograde Jupiter anyways is going to be more stronger, more effective in terms of dealing with whatever has left behind, whatever got left behind, whatever got unattended, and you could not address it. So you have to see the sign of Aquarius where it falls in your birth chart, and thereafter see the sign of Capricorn also, because it is going to spend some time in retrogression within Capricorn as well. So you've got to see that, and you can actually figure out as to where all Jupiter is going to go back and do that patchwork, do that healing work, right? So Dhanishta itself, now talking about Shadbishak is about healing, about health, about repairing. If I talk about Dhanishta as such, Dhanishta is a Mars owned nakshatra. Dhanishta is a very, very powerful nakshatra which talks about being the wealthiest, Dhan Isht, being the wealthiest. So the focus is on the wealth matters. The focus is on the rhythm of whatever is going on. So the symbol of Dhanishta is a drum, a hollow drum. Or you can also talk about the drum or the damru which Shiva has. Okay, so it's a hollow drum. So it's like dancing to the nature's tune. Dhanishta is about rhythm. So it's like when Jupiter goes back to Dhanishta, it's like it's going back to its natural rhythm. After doing that repair work, it comes back to the sign of Capricorn. There also, whatever is left behind, it works on all that, and then thereafter it moves on to its natural course to the sign of Aquarius. So that is in short about the journey of Jupiter back into the sign of Capricorn through these two nakshatras. Again, a few things which one needs to keep in mind over here is, while Jupiter is a benefic planet, it is a very good planet, and it gives its blessings wherever it goes. It goes back to whichever house. It looks at unfulfilled work, unfulfilled desires, left projects which need attention. But at the same point in time, a lot of people do not talk about what all you should be guarding against when Jupiter is so powerful. Especially if you have a retrograde Jupiter within your birth chart, then this effect will be felt more by you. Especially if you have it within the signs of Capricorn or Aquarius, right? So few things which you need to guard against is not be overly optimistic. So while you can rely on your luck, while you can look at the destiny, whatever it has in store for you, you need to be working towards whatever has to be achieved as well. When Jupiter goes back into the sign of Capricorn, remember Capricorn is a Artha sign. It's the Karmsthan, and there you achieve whatever after hard work. So when Jupiter goes back to Dhanishta, goes back to Capricorn, basically you need to go back, get on to reality, pull your sleeves up, pull your socks up, and get back to your actual work. So do not be overly optimistic, do not be too lazy, leaving things on destiny, leaving things on your fortune, and getting laid back. So these kind of tendencies can actually creep in depending on your natal chart, depending on how the position of Jupiter is in your natal chart. So these are the few things which you need to guard against. Otherwise, Jupiter is a benefic planet. It can actually give you those blessings, that divine grace which you have been waiting for. In fact, a lot of us have been waiting for it in the past few months, right? So I'll go on with the forecast, or with the effect which Jupiter being retrograde is going to have on all the 12 signs. Now here, if I begin with Aries, see, with Aries, Jupiter will become retrograde in your 11th house and then come back onto your 10th house as well. So Jupiter, when it becomes retrograde in your 11th house, it's aspecting 3 more houses, comes back to the 10th house again, so it is again changing its aspect. So actually this particular retrogression is going to affect a lot of houses, almost your entire chart, anybody's chart, right? So for Aries, I think this is a time where you can actually reorganize things. So while your unfulfilled desires, something which you really wanted, might get fulfilled, this is a time, especially after Jupiter enters Capricorn, this is a time to work on your business organization, work on how you're going to be organizing your work, your daily schedule. There could be changes in your work pattern, there could be changes in your reporting line up the chain. So changes there. If you were not getting something which you were due for, this is, I think, a time when those dues come to you, or those rewards which were pending for a very long time could also come to you, depending of course on your natal chart, on the dasha which you are running through. For some of you, it could also be a very good time, a good window to go on those spending trips, make those travel plans as things open up, to whatever you had been postponing or you were unable to do so till now. Those who are looking at progeny or conception, I think this is a time where the luck factor could work out for you, and you could look at conception plans as well. This is also a very good time to heal any broken relationships which you have. So whether it is with your business partner, or I would not say broken relationships as such, but any relationship which needs a little more healing, or which is at a very fragile state right now. It could be with your spouse, it could be with your business partner, it could be with your siblings also. So those relationships which are a little strained, which need healing, I would actually tell you to go back to those relationships, introspect, see what needs to be worked on, and work on it as well. Then if we look at the sign of Taurus, see, for Taurus, the Artha trine gets activated when Jupiter is starting its retrogression in the sign of Aquarius. So your second house, your sixth house gets affected, your fourth house gets affected, and thereafter then once it moves to the sign of Capricorn, three more houses are getting affected. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that there could be changes in your wealth quotient. So some of you could take up projects, could take up ventures where you could build on your wealth. So maybe some investments which you could not get a chance to work on, you get a chance on working on it. Maybe some of you who are working in a job, who are salaried, get some boost in their salary. Now you need to be checking your natal dasha as well, but there could be changes, or for a lot of you it could be a positive change in terms of your wealth, in terms of your earnings, etc. Then there could also be some amends at work. So if you are going through some kind of a problem at work, maybe that gets resolved a little, and you get some relief at work. Okay, those who are looking at changes in their job profile, I think this is going to be a time where you could change your organization, or there could be some change in your reporting line with your bosses, or maybe you change your profile altogether. So there are going to be changes with regard to your work. The focus is going to be money, work, and some of you would also look at working on your domestic issues, like maybe renovating your house, or spending some money on your house, on your property, on your vehicles, etc. That could also be a major point. Those who whose parents, whose mother especially is maybe going through a bout of ill health or something, this could be a period where some revival could happen as well, right? Then we move on to the next sign of Gemini. See, for Gemini, Jupiter is the 7th lord, it is the 10th lord, and while it goes on to retrogression, it is actually going to be affecting your dharma trine and thereafter your moksha trine as well. So here I think this is a time to think about your future plans, what your vision is for your future, how you're going to plan out things for yourself. And this is going to be a good period. You could see a boost in your confidence. You could see that you are a little more sure-footed as to how you're going to go about your future, how you're going to express your creativity or manage things around yourself. So when I say expression of creativity, it is not only for creative people, it is basically for tackling any issues or any thing which you need to manage around yourself. So management of resources around you, management of people around you. You could find some new ways, or you could look at reskilling yourself towards managing things around you. Some of you could also look at upgrading their skill sets or upgrading their educational qualifications. This is also a good time for students who are looking at migrating outside, migrating abroad, or maybe if not migrating abroad, at least moving out of their home, out of their hometown to study something different, moving out of their family status. And travel plans could fructify, especially for education purpose. And your relationships with your father, with your siblings, this is also a time to work on your relationships. So any amends you need to make, any bad patches you've been through, this is a time to actually kind of work on it and show your true feelings to your relationships, to your father, to your sibling, and let go of anything which is holding you back, right? This is also a good time for progeny, for conception, for those of you who are looking at it. And some of you might also see some inheritance issues coming up after Jupiter moves into Capricorn. So there could be some inheritance matters which might need your attention, or something which got left behind, which is unresolved. Now you could get involved in that matter as well. Then we move on to the next sign of Cancer. So for Cancer, Jupiter is transiting currently in retrogression. It will start its retrogression on the 20th of June in your 8th house. Okay. Now Jupiter is your 6th lord. Jupiter is your 9th lord as well. So it owns the Trik Bhava. It is in a Trik Bhava as well. So this could be a little challenging for those of you who are not keeping well, or health wise it could be a little challenging. So take care of your health, take care of any chronic issue which you have. So you need to get checked up, please do so. Those of you who are who have any long-standing problem like blood pressure issues, or maybe sugar problems, or any problem related to liver or stomach, etc., this is a time to actually take care of your health issues and not be negligent about it. There could be a change of residence, so you could move out. This period could actually fructify some movement. You could move out, you could buy a new house. There are chances of buying a new vehicle as well, or some renovation in your existing house. Those of you who are looking at some kind of a job transfer or new opportunities outside your city of residence, you could see some changes over there. Those of you who are looking at marriage prospects, especially if you're a female native, Cancerian females, there could be some chances where you look at marriage alliances coming up, or some marriage taking place actually. So a lot of us actually had to postpone their marriage plans in their families because of the pandemic situation. So maybe this year you get to finally get married, finally tie the knot. There could be high chances for that as well. Then if you look at the sign of Leo, see for Leo, Jupiter is aspecting your Lagna directly from the 7th house, being retrograde in motion, and it is going to move back into the 6th house. and thereafter by November again it moves down to Aquarius. So Jupiter is going to keep affecting your Lagna directly while it is here, and then again next year when it directly aspects your Lagna. I would say this is a very good chance for those of you who are in a marriageable age and stage. You could get into new marriage alliances. Marriage could take place. New relationships get formed. Those of you who are looking at some business partnerships or looking at some joint ventures, you could find a partner. Some new business could take off, and these businesses could be those where others have not been able to perform. So this could be a failed venture for somebody else, but when it comes to you, you are able to actually carry on with the business well and revive it and actually perform well. So that is something again which is there with the retrograde Jupiter, that sometimes people who are people take up those projects which others have not been able to manage, and that is a very significant point about this retrograde Jupiter, especially if you have it in your natal chart, right? So expenditure could also increase as Jupiter moves back, as the retrogration furthers on. There could be a rise in expenditure. Family finances you'll need to check out. There could also be increase in people who are opposing you, or maybe increase in competition. So you get into a business where the competition increases, where you have to face stiff competition, you have to work really really hard. So be prepared for that. There could be chances of traveling outside for work, so you move out, travel frequently for work, travel to foreign lands, or maybe make some connection with people outside the country or people from far away related to your business. That could also be a possibility with the Jupiter being retrograde. Those of you who have any health issues, you need to be really careful, especially if you have any diabetes or any liver related issues, or fat accumulation, obesity, and related issues from that. This could be a time where you should actually take care of your health. Then we move on to the next sign of Virgo. So for Virgo, Jupiter, which is the fourth lord, which is the seventh lord, owns two major Kendra houses, moves to the is becoming retrograde in the sixth house, and then moves back to the fifth. This will not be a very great time for people who are undergoing a bad patch in relationships, a bad patch in their marriage, or who are looking at separating. So maybe this will be a time where you actually get to separate, where you actually part ways. So not a very bright time for this. This could also indicate a break in partnership if you are in a partnership business, or loss of some business. So you need to be careful there, and if you're looking at something like that, I think this is a window where it could happen. Some legal issues might come up again which were long forgotten. So those legal issues come up again, and you get to resolve those legal issues. So a lot of time with lawyers, with people who are into negotiation, agreements, legal documents, is something which you get to see during this Jupiter retrogration. Expenses will be on the rise, and this is also a time where those of you who are salaried could gain from your job. There could be an elevation in status. There could be a change in status which works out in your favor in all probability. So there could be changes over there. And those of you who are looking at progeny issues, or who are at that age and stage where kids need attention, as in kids are growing up, their studies etc need attention. This will be a time where you have to pay attention to your kids' studies, spend time with them. I'm talking about the growing teenagers stage. So you'll have to actually spend a lot of time and effort with them. Then moving on to the next sign of Libra. So for Libra, Jupiter becomes retrograde in your 5th house and moves back to your 4th house after some time, after being in retrogression. This could show some changes in your job profile, change of profile, especially after July. Once Jupiter moves back into Dhanishta, you could see that your focus is on work. Your focus is your work environment, is your office, is your karm sthan. You spend a lot of time with your bosses, with your superiors. Okay, so which could actually work out for you. So a change of scene, a change of organization, a change of place, and for some of you it will also be a change of residence. So that is also indicated. Those of you who are looking at purchasing a vehicle, there are chances that you could pick up a vehicle. Those of you who are looking at spending some money on their homes, redoing their homes, doing some renovation work, etc., or some extension work, these things could also actually come up. So there is a chance to spend quite a bit. You need to be prepared for that, and making yourself comfortable at whatever environment you are in. I think that is something which is very prominent here with this transit, this retrogression of Jupiter. Also, in case you are looking at your mother's health, if she's not keeping too well, I think this is a time where you'll need to pay attention on your mother's health and take care of her, spend more time with her as well. Then we move on to the next sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio, this retrogression starts with the 4th house, and then Jupiter goes back into the 3rd house in the sign of Capricorn. So here again, chances of purchase of some constructed property, some land, investment in land, maybe some big projects or some huge expenditure, or moving on to a better house. Say if you were in a 2 BHK, you now move into a 3-bedroom house. So upgrading your status, upgrading your comforts could be a theme. You could be spending money over there. Then education related matters could come up. So those of you who are looking at seeking admissions, who are looking at higher courses, moving out from home to doing some specialized courses, etc., this is a time where you could actually make very big plans, but make sure that you rely on your hard work rather than just talking about it and just letting your destiny take over. This is a time where you'll get results with a lot of hard work. Jupiter moves back into your 3rd house. So here is going to be a lot of initiative, hard work and patience which you'll need to show, and then subsequently get results. Okay. Social circle helps you out. Your social circle could actually help you in achieving your goals. So keep good cordial relationships with your social circle. Also, there could be help from your father or father-like figures, or teachers, guides, etc. So be humble enough. Take the advice, take the wise counsel of people who mean well for you. Then I move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, Jupiter is your Lagnesh, Jupiter is your ascendant lord, and it moves into retrogression in your 3rd house and then subsequently into your 2nd house. So here I would say movement in the 3rd house for Jupiter is not too good for your health. First of all, take care of your health, and some of you would have made a lot of efforts, good efforts, fruitful objective in mind, and you would have been working towards your objectives. So this is a time where your efforts could increase a little, and then finally you get into some rewards. So as Jupiter goes further into retrogression, you could get some rewards out of it. When I talk about rewards, there could be an elevation in financial status, increase in wealth, maybe some more income generation could happen. Some of you would actually go back into focusing more on earning more, on your work, on your career growth. And what you'll keep in mind is your monetary objective. Okay, so that is something which is going to happen particularly with most of you. There could also be an increase in assets, so maybe you look at acquiring some new asset, or maybe acquiring something more precious. It could be some jewelry, it could be, maybe some more FDs, some more investments. So your personal assets grow during this time. And for some of you, there could also be a change of place. This could happen within the month of June, July. So there could be a change of place and a short-term travel related to it. So maybe it is an intercity change, or some of you who are looking at moving back to whichever country you actually want to go back, there might be a window where you actually get to fly back, go back to where you actually want to go, right? So focus on your wealth, focus on your monetary issues, the monetary angle, the family finances. I think this is very important during this time. Don't leave things to chance. Don't leave calculations to others. Get more involved in your finances and you should do well. So moving on to the next sign of Capricorn. See, for Capricorn, Jupiter starts its retrogression journey in the sign of Aquarius in your second house, and then further moves back into the first house, into the ascendant. Now here, Jupiter gets debilitated as well. So this could be a time where there could be changes, there could be major changes which you see around yourself. Jupiter anyways is originally transiting through the first house, through your ascendant. So this could be a time where you look at money matters, you look at relationships. Those of you who are looking at getting married, who are in that age and stage, some alliance might work out for you. You could actually legalize your marriage, take your relationship step up. So these kind of changes could be seen. The focus could be more on your children, on your creativity, how you express yourself, on higher education. So this transit for Capricorn, the transit of Jupiter going into retrogression, coming back to the sign of Capricorn, is going to bring in changes in a lot of matters. So your marriage, your business, your education matters. Lot of issues get affected, your finances as such. But as it moves back into the sign of Capricorn, from the sign of Aquarius, when it transits back into the sign of Capricorn, some leftover work or something which you are not able to pay attention for a long time regarding yourself. Now this could be any health issue, this could be issues related to your teeth, related to your overall body, some health issue which you were ignoring for a long time. This could be a time where it gets healed. Okay, something which you had to work on, your unfinished projects. This could be a time where you could actually go back to those projects, go back to those goals and work on them. So please make a list of whatever is pending for you. Go about things in a very objective manner, because that's what Jupiter is going to make you do as well. That's what it's indicating as well, right? Then we move on to the next sign of Aquarius. Now for Aquarius, Jupiter retrogrades within the Lagna and then moves back to the 12th house. So here there could be time to work on your strained relationships, those relationships which are under strain. You are stressed out because of those relationships. Work on those. It could be relations with your father, it could be relations with your spouse. This is a time to mend things with people. This is a time to see whatever is not working and kind of do the patchwork at various places. Also from July onwards, your focus could be more towards your job, towards your daily routine, towards your work profile. So and of course accumulation of wealth. So you would see how your work is directly affecting your investments or your bank balance. So maybe look at a rise, maybe look at a job which is paying you better. So the focus is going to be more towards the financial growth. Also there could be chances that you face some kind of opposition or adversity in your work profile. So be careful regarding that. Whenever you talk to people, talk sweetly, talk in a very cordial manner, and make sure that people don't go against you because of your speech, because of how you're dealing with people around you, right? Then we move on to the next and the last sign of Pisces. So for Pisces, Jupiter starts retrograding in the 12th house, moves back to the 11th house as well subsequently. This could be a time where you get to focus on your children. So focus on your children, focus on their development, their growth, their studies. Those of you who are looking at conception, increasing their family strength as such, this could be a time where you could actually look at it, and there could be expansion of relationships. So maybe a new relationship, some new family member, or you get married if you are in that age and stage. New alliances could come in, new initiatives or new business ideas could also crop in. So this is a time to see whatever is coming around you. New people could take entry into your life. Some of them will bring in good ideas, some of them will bring in good changes. So see, use your wisdom. Jupiter here, while it will come back to the sign of Capricorn, it will make you use your wisdom, make you use your understanding of people to see what is going to work for you and what is not going to work for you. So use your discretion and go along as life takes you. So Jupiter here teaches you not to be too ambitious, not to be too laid back, and just rely on luck. Leave things on luck. It tells you be ambitious but be a realist. See your real time goals. What can you actually achieve with whatever resources you have? So you'll have to focus on all of it. The focus is more towards the outwardly activities rather than the domestic activities or the or other things as such. So focus on your work, focus on your growth as such, fulfilling your ambitions, and definitely the focus is going to be on your children. Time to reconnect your relationships with your children. So thank you so much. I'll see you again now in the next video very soon. Thank you so much for watching.